I don't understand. Y'all been drinking that fucking punch. I don't know what you put in there. You put RC cancels in that bitch? Did you sprinkle some fucking yellow bursts in the bowl? Did you stir it with Faust's fucking scalpel and then just yeet a fucking banana from his pocket? Get over yourselves.
All right, we are back with another round of the Round Start podcast. I am your host, as always, Urbane. Y'all know my name. And then to my right is my guy,
Crash. You can just call me Nate, bro. It's fine. I don't care.
And then to my immediate left, we have
Sir Snorlax.
Back again.
You can call me Dennis though. I'm good with that too.
You can call me Urbane. Don't be saying my government. And then to my far left, we have my man
Zora. How's it going? You can call me Zora. Don't say my government either. I hate y'all.
I don't hate y'all.
I don't hate y'all. I love y'all. I just hate my name.
I don't hate y'all, but if I was lying, if I said some of y'all out there kind of weird.
I'm sorry. Listen,
we love y'all.
We love
from
you.
afar.
We love you. We love you for real.
No. Yeah.
You're putting food in our mouths. It's fucking cool.
We're not canceled yet, but we'll get later on.
Oh God, it's this episode.
It's this episode.
Let me get my facts straight.
Yeah. Oh my God, we all came on prepared to be canceled.
I came back just to get canceled.
Yo, came back for the last episode.
Last episode around start. No. There's gonna be a lot more to come.
Final round? Question mark?
Before we start the round, we're gonna do a little bit of a button check with everybody around. You know, just what's been going on with y'all today? How y'all feeling today? What's going on? What's popping?
Good. Lots of good conversations today. Lots of good time. We've been making some adjustments as necessary.
Saying some shit before we started this fucking podcast.
Having some deep conversations.
It was not fighting game related at all. It was definitely for mature
Most likely we'll see some of those things. You'll most likely see most.
We didn't record most of it, but we got some of it.
We got some of it. It'll be on the Patreon. They can go check it out. They can go and look and be like, what are you talking about?
Bro, I'm telling you, when people watch the Patreon, they'll be like, they're doing matches, doing this.
Nah,
fam.
Gotcha,
bitch.
like I said every time, the Patreons was things that we can't put.
Yeah, we can't put on YouTube.
TOS. Yeah. TOS.
And there's a paywall behind that for a reason.
The Patreon, you guys can just take it as a different podcast. It's just like we just talk whatever.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, because we were usually doing sound checks and like we need things to talk about, and
it's just casual conversations, just carries on.
And like most friend groups, our casual conversations are not very casual.
It gets deep.
It gets deep. It goes sideways. It goes in so many different directions that
sometimes it goes back and forward. Back and forward. Back and forward, kind of like a swing set.
Oh, God.
Yeah, exactly.
We're all adults here. There's really no limit to the shit we talk about.
Yeah,
we know that whatever is discussed is not an offensive thing.
If you want to know what the swing set is, check Patreon.
Bro.
All right. So
I'll buy one when I have a house.
All right, so we got our topics here today, man, and we got some spicy topics. Now I'm like looking at this, I'm looking at the list, and I'm like, we got some. It might be the last episode, y'all ain't gonna lie to you. No, let's go ahead and start off with something light first. We're gonna start off light. So everybody knows that Street Fighter 6, the demo came out, right?
Yeah.
And everybody who has played it, you have a choice between your control sets, which is classic, modern, dynamic. Now there is a debate going on in FGC right now about which control scheme is better, because there are certain things you can do with the modern controls that you can't do with the classic. Because I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the modern control swaps out one of the heavy buttons for like a special button, correct?
So you get just one button like Hadokens and shit?
Yeah. So there's some things you can do with the modern controls you can't do. But you get a damage buff for playing with classic controls. So you lose on optimization of your movements, but you increase the damage for your combo. So execution is better. So you get more rewarded for getting that combo off.
So you actually practicing the motions, you get more damage out of it. But
yes.
My question is, what can the modern do that you can't do on classic?
Confirm DP off of a thing and off of like a button, and you could also confirm super because it's only 1/4 circle.
So you can do all the same shit on classic. You just have to do input more,
You just have
do
better
more inputs.
execution.
You have to have a lot better execution. It's just easier to confirm in now in modern.
I ain't gonna hold you being an old school gamer. I'm sorry if this dates me, but if you play on modern controls, you ain't get no respect from me. I don't care.
Oh, just like Yipes said, bro.
You a whole ass bitch.
You a whole ass exactly, bro.
I'm
Use them cheats in fucking Marvel, you bitch.
So I'm gonna say this on an accessibility standpoint for those who have difficulties, whether it be due to
physically impaired or
physically impaired disabilities,
situation
things of that
they can't do
nature.
stuff.
Modern controls are a way to let that audience enjoy the game.
Dennis, have you heard of a player called Broly Legs?
I know.
OD, and not only
I
that,
know.
That man played with his mouth.
I know.
And you know what's crazy? I bet you he would still play classic because he don't want to lose the damage.
That man plays with one hand in his mouth and be mopping dudes.
And
Does it really well.
So what I'm saying is,
I know
I'm
motherfuckers
saying
that play
enjoying the
beforehand.
game. When I go into a competitive standpoint, it should be classic controls all the time
Now,
because that evens the playing
Oh,
field.
are you saying that they shouldn't have an option between?
I was
modern
gonna
and
say, do
classic?
you feel like they
I
should
think
restrict?
the option is it should be there, but it should be restricted in tournaments.
Okay, so I got a question
Okay.
for all y'all. Which control scheme are y'all playing with?
classic.
Classic.
Dang, boy, we got 4 classics in here. Yo, everybody was like, "No, I need that damage, fam."
Look,
It's not even.
It's not even the
It's
fa-
not even the damage, bro. At this point, like I want access to my heavy buttons. You do not gain access to the heavy buttons when you have modern controls.
That's
you
fair.
start with light. You start with light, then it goes to medium, then it goes to heavy. You don't have an instant access to your heavy button.
But if you have somebody who's handicapped and you want them to enjoy the game, there's dynamic mode for that.
sure, but
People that
by
are
the way-
blind can play Street Fighter
but
now.
which with dynamic mode, it has been banned in tournament, which I respect.
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
You can still casually have fun with it, but you can't use it in a tournament.
That
which
makes
you shouldn't
sense.
Be able to.
No, that.
but
that
with
sounds-
the modern controls not having access to a button, how you gonna get a hard knockdown if you can't crouching sweep, bro?
You
know
don't.
you.
you just don't.
It's not just like okay, it is a damage reduction, but it's so much more than that. You might even take away certain characters' game plans.
Well, some of
Yeah.
the pros are saying that modern controls is just outright better than classic.
Because of the fact being that you can confirm. The confirming is nuts, dude.
don't
Like
know.
actually.
I mean, that's true, but yet again, like I said, if you got the execution, what you gonna say about that person that's playing with classic controls?
No, but
and has the same amount of execution, if not, well, it's better, but has the same amount of optimization or same amount of damage as you're getting with the
100%.
modern controls. He's
So-
gonna win because he's playing with classic controls, because he has the execution, he gets more damage. Y'all can do the same combo, he just gets more damage. And I get it. There's something that you literally can't do on classic. Well, people are saying you can't do on classic mode, but I don't believe that. So
I'd have to look at more examples of it because, as far if it's execution, just practice, bro. It's not that
And
hard.
that
And
would
then
go.
since they have limited,
Yeah.
since they have limited buttons, what if you just stay outside of the range of the button?
That's the thing. Like, you don't have heavies as Chun-Li. Chun-Li's got one of the craziest fucking standing heavy punches in neutral, where she leans forward and fucking like swings at your ass and then steps back. That shit is crazy. You mean I can't press that button? Fuck
you mean to
that.
tell me I lose access to the guy who's the back heavy?
Yeah, he's got the punch and then he's got the fucking
Yeah,
backhand.
like,
Bro,
no, man.
Come on,
So,
bro.
Let me fact check.
and
what
and,
you
and
lose.
like and what playing devil's advocate on this in this subject, I would say the modern controls are a good entry point for someone who has never played a fighting game that needs to, that wants to get into it and needs that handicap.
You know what you should do if you want to get into fighting games? You never played a fighting game before, but you want to find an easy one to get into? Play Power Rangers Battle for the Grid.
that game was
that
built around
That game was
these inputs.
built for that.
Yeah.
Play DNF. That game was also built around
Yes.
that.
You know what's
Absolutely.
crazy? Battle for the Grid has easy inputs for their specials, and the combos in that game are still fucking hard to do. The execution's crazy hard.
So I figured out what it is. Okay, so for modern controls, they have a button for throw, an assist attack rapid, assist combo button, which is like your auto combo. You have a drive impact button, a parry button, a light button, a medium attack, and a heavy attack. So your heavy attacks are, so what that means is that you are not allowed to do like certain like back heavy motion type of thing. because it's
So you have a light attack and a heavy attack.
yeah.
Standard. So
You
it's
don't-
not.
yeah, it's not
so
like,
it's not
not
a
like
kick
kick, not like punch.
and a heavy kick. No,
No, it's just standard.
that's stupid.
Nope.
I mean, to me, here.
That means
this
he
was
can
one-
sweep. He can sweep.
This was one of my biggest problems when
and,
it came
Chun-Li can do
to
his punch.
like Marvel vs. Capcom 3 was the whole like light heavy, middle
Light, medium,
heavy
heavy,
attack.
yeah.
Instead of having my kicks and my punches. Mm-hmm. Now I got used to it. I play the game, whatever. But that was always my issue with it. And that's why classic controllers to me are always going to be the way to go for me, because that's how I grew up. That was how I came up in fighting games, was my classic standard controls, having my punches and my kicks separated,
Got your 6
having all
buttons.
three, and have my 6 buttons.
Well, for me, it's more like, honestly, I get it. The fighting game devs want more people to get into fighting games. They want to make it easier for entry. Cool, fine, whatever. But at the same time, like with these changes that y'all keep making, you are literally like slapping people in the face who've been there since day one.
Yep, because now if modern controls, let's say modern controls does become better, who's gonna need extra users?
I mean, I get it. If more people come in, the FGC makes more money. Yeah, cool, whatever, all that good jazz. But I like the fact that not everybody could just jump into a fighting game. I like the fact that if you wanted to play a fighting game, you had to prove you wanted to learn that fighting game, because you got to go in and get mopped by everybody.
I like the way. So this game, I will tell you right now, this game sucks. But I like the way that they did how they did the game, like how they made it. DNF, they had the easy inputs, but if you had them done correctly, you gain meter faster, and then you won't have a stop or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
Grand Blue does the same
Yeah,
thing.
Grand Blue does the same thing.
You're
right?
rewarded for
Yeah, you're
doing the
rewarded
input.
for doing it, right? And then it not only that, it's also an option that you could do like as a regular player, right? Like you could be like, oh, this is kind of complicated. I can still do DP.
Yeah.
This is cool, right? That is cool. But if you make the sequence where it's the easy mode better than the regular, why the fuck would I even be a?
I don't think it's gonna be better.
it's not.
I
It's
think,
never going to be better.
Once people learn how to play the game, that damage, the difference between the two modes is going to be very significant. That's going to be the difference between you hitting someone with a 50% combo and ending the round, as opposed to someone doing the modern controls and hitting with the same combo, and it could be like the final round for fucking the tournament point, and it only doing like 35%. And guess what? He got back up, and now he's got full bar because you hit his ass.
And he's in classic.
And you're fucking dead because he's in classic mode.
I feel like I do agree with that. Like,
That's
I feel like
kinda crazy,
at first the modern control player is gonna have a slight advantage because
Sure.
it's easier
Because
to
of
stuff
DP
on. But the
one
second the lab rats get a hold of that game,
Exactly.
and their execution start popping out, bruh.
The ones who are doing their homework are always going to come out over on top. Like, it's just
And
Darwinism.
I think out of everyone that's going to use modern controls, there's going to be a 75% that are just there to play the game just because they want to experience Street Fighter 6. And there's going to be a 25%, I feel, that are going to start with modern and then transition into classic because they want access to everything, and they were just using modern to get a feel for the game
Exactly.
and get going.
Maybe you
But,
play modern just to try a character.
Yes.
Yeah.
But what I have a problem with, and I've seen it in the demo,
the 5%.
is not even that, is that Capcom is making modern control the default. Because
Yeah,
every time I have to choose my
understand that.
character, I had to change that shit to classic.
Well,
Now I don't know if that's going to be a function in the final
It sucks.
release, but for right now, if that stays, that's an issue.
I think Capcom's doing what Capcom's always done. They're trying something new, and they're gonna see if this is something that we make the default, or is it something that might just be a niche for this game.
Yeah.
Because they've always done stuff like that. They do it with characters. Remember back in Third Strike when Alex was supposed to be the main character and nobody liked him? They went right back to Ryu. They're doing the same thing with Luke. That's why Ryu's still in the game. Ryu was there in case Luke don't work. You know? Like,
No. We just put him in the cover. Ryu's the main character.
yeah, like come on, fam. Like, and then the modern controls, like a lot of fighting, like I said, fighting game companies have been trying for years to make fighting games more accessible to more people. But yet again, I don't feel like fighting games should be accessible to everyone. Just like the same way leagues isn't accessible to everyone. You can play leagues, but how long you're gonna be playing determines is based on your skill. or your
Same
want
thing
to,
as card games.
not even your skill, your want to get better. Because all of us that play fighting games, we play fighting games hours on end at a time.
Exactly.
We'll run round after round after round after round, and like most people ain't built for that.
I don't know. I'm all for accessibility because the more people get playing the game, the more successful it's going to be, and the more successful it is, the more they're going to make the franchise. Like they're going to extend it, whatever. Street Fighter 7 down the line. However, I'm all for restricting tournaments to one control type, and that control type being classic. If anything, I would make the modern controls have even less damage than what they are. Like, sure, you can do all the shit that Daigo can do day one. You're gonna be doing half the fucking damage that he's doing because he worked for it.
Yep.
Make it more
that
harder.
should be definitely
Exactly.
I agree with you a lot.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, modern controls should be for one thing only, and that is fucking World Tour.
The story mode.
Yeah.
because
Okay.
that's the casual players, the player base that's most likely gonna be there, don't know anything about,
Which is fine.
Yeah, and they're just trying to play it because it's like an RPG.
And
Even
like I said, I think that accessibility is great for those that would just casually want to play.
Exactly.
But in a competitive standpoint, it should stay
Yeah.
classic.
Leave it on the classic.
How many people? Okay, let me just. Yet again, I hate bringing this up because I hate hearing it. But how many people buy a fighting game and go, "Oh, I'm gonna casually play this"? I mean, yeah, it happens.
I'm gonna throw a big name out there.
Cool,
Alana Pierce.
huh?
Alana Pierce. She actually was a writer on God of War Ragnarok. She is a YouTuber and she used to play Street Fighter, but due to her arthritis, she can't.
But she has an actual physical reason.
And she's playing in modern control because she got to do a preview and she got to go to the studio and all night.
Okay, well then let me ask you
That's
this.
that's the person that modern controls are made for.
No,
not for the people that just want to come
I
in.
get you, and I get what you're saying, but you're using an exception to the fucking rule. The rule is the most people who buy fighting games, we gonna play it. Most of us don't touch story. Most of us have had Guilty Gear for how many years now? How many people know the story?
I would say
Sorry.
out of like let's say out of the 100% of the people that play Street Fighter 6, I would say like 65% of them are gonna touch story mode and like arcade mode and shit, and then the rest of them are probably only gonna do online, right? The fact of the matter is the competitive portion of any fighting game, those are not the ones that are inflating the sales for that game. That's why Street Fighter 5, people were like, what the fuck is this? It released without a story mode. It released without an arcade mode. You couldn't you couldn't make lobbies and shit day one online or whatever. It was literally missing stuff that was a standard up to that point in that game's franchise and other fighting games. So people were like, why the fuck am I going to pay for this? And the sales plummeted for it.
Well, I mean, hold on. I feel like Street Fighter 5 is that's one example, but I mean, and then because you have games that came before Street Fighter 5 that were games that were mainly focused on the online aspects. And like arcade mode should be in every fighting game because arcade mode is literally where all of us came from.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly. But
arcade
think about all
mode
the people.
should never be taken out of any fighting game. That's just stupid.
Yeah. Because there's people who buy the game that are just like, yo, I used to play this as a kid. I just want to play it and like just casually play arcade mode, and they might never go online. But that's okay. That's another sale for the game. There's a lot more of people out there like that than there are people who are like, yo, I'm going to practice and I want to get good because I want to do well at a combo breaker. I want to do well at CEO. I want to do good at Frosty Fausting, blah, blah, blah. That's a very
I don't
minority.
think that's the mindset they start with. I think everybody kind of who I've seen play starts with the mindset, I'm going to learn this game.
Yeah.
I'm going to get good at this game. But then they play the people who actually put in the work
And they get
to be
fucked
good at
up.
the game. And then they're like, you know what? I'm sticking to arcade mode.
Yeah. Either one or two things are going to happen. 1 out of 10 times they're going to be like, you know what? I'm going to stick to it and I'm going to get better than that person. I'm going to come back. I'm going to beat that person's ass. 9 times out of 10, they're just like, you know what? I ain't never going to get there because so-and-so is still playing this game. So I'm just going to go play story mode and shit. Like MK is not as popular in a competitive standpoint as like Street Fighter and Tekken, right? But MK also got one of the craziest fucking cinematic story modes out of any franchise in the fighting game.
You're not wrong. You're not
And that
wrong.
is what kicks up their sales. That
But-
shit is crazy.
But, and we should give a little small shout out on the sidebar here. Gotta give shout out to Street Fighter 4 for even starting that trend.
Yes.
Their story mode's alright.
Nah, it was alright, but for the first, bro, you know how big it was to have cutscenes for you. You beat the arcade mode, you beat Seth,
Yep.
and then it's a cutscene afterwards, bro. That was huge.
Better than what we got back in the day.
And
When you got the
But we also
the screen board.
Thank you for playing. Here's your score.
Yeah. Oh no. Or you got a cutscene that was just like, huh, I finally won. He's standing underneath a waterfall or something. You're like,
The fuck you at, bro?
although I will tell you that
Fucking
if you
Metroid,
beat
when I
it,
beat the game, score. I'm sorry.
but when you beat the game in the hardest difficulty, you do get a little bit extra.
exactly.
Yeah.
I do miss those things though.
But like with Street Fighter 4, it was it was an injection into the fighting game genre that was necessary because it was dead.
And then hold on. And on top of that, like you said, it was dead. Street Fighter 4, as opposed to Street Fighter 5, which was a much more harder game, revitalized the fighting game scene.
It came at a point where the only things people were watching, like Marvel 2 was the game to watch for like 10 plus fucking years, bro. That was, Marvel is the reason why Evo is as big as it is today. It carried that fucking event to the main stage and became the biggest shit that we got in the US. So between Marvel 2 and like Third Strike was okay, it was Third Strike. People just had to fucking play it because it was the latest Street Fighter.
Yeah.
When Street Fighter 4 came out and people started getting the cabinets from Japan, they went fucking crazy. It was like Martin Luther King Jr. came back from fucking dead, bro. Like he crawled out of his grave. People were like, he's back! Street Fighter's back!
Bro.
Oh!
Bro, I didn't even know about the FGC. And I had like 3 copies of Street
I'm telling you, bro.
Fighter
That shit was hype.
Nah, bro. Like, you're not telling me nothing. I love Soul Calibur, all right? I do. I love Soul Calibur. Soul Calibur 3 came out. Nobody played that game.
See? Because I had to follow up too.
Yep. It followed up Soul Calibur 2. And Soul Calibur 2 had put such a name on the map.
Oh, yeah.
It was a big shoe to fill. Same thing with Street Fighter 4. It was so big, Street Fighter 5 had to come up after that.
See? Third Strike had Evil Moment 37, and that's what gauged people's interest. And honestly, that's probably when people were like, damn, fucking, you see that shit that happened to Evo? You saw what the fuck happened between Justin and Tiger? That shit was lit. Maybe people are, like, more people are watching fighting games than we give it credit for.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, over there in the corner. Yeah, get started on Street Fighter 4 we were talking about. Boom, it was done.
And I also I enjoyed the art style that they gave in Street Fighter 4.
Like the heavy ink style.
Yeah, I love that.
It looks good.
I mean, for me, when Street Fighter 4 was announced, and like I pre-ordered that shit.
But-
I watched the movie, the whole 9.
But back to the
I
point
didn't
though,
watch
like,
it.
I don't think classic controls are ever really gonna go anywhere for those games that started with them. No. Like games like DNF, Grand Blue, Power Rangers Battle for the Grid, those games have always had easy input. So those games are always gonna get a pass because they started that
Yeah,
way.
you go in with that expectation.
Yes. Street Fighter
Just
is
like
not
League
that
of
game.
Legends.
Yeah, it's a legacy
Like that.
franchise, bro.
Yeah, you can't change that. You can't.
That's
change.
like,
Okay.
I know Tekken said they're trying to do some stuff with like easier inputs as well, and I'm honestly against that.
If
because-
I get one button electrics, I ain't playing that fucking game. Bro. After how hard I work, nah, bro.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something like how what you call it. I'm gonna tell you something about what I think, in my opinion, like what it is really. What they should have done if they're trying to do the thing, the whole
modern
nine
controls?
of like trying to get these new people to come in and stuff. They should have put it just like the guy from Project L said. This system is not for players like new players to be able to get in there and slap all these pros. No, this system is for new players to be able to do cool things, and that's it. And then Project L said, like the guy from Project L, he's like, the guys that put time into the game are gonna get rewarded more than what the other guys are that are not putting time into the game, right? That is what I want.
But that's been a fighting game standard for years.
Yeah, and that's something that we needed to just make it like a stronger standard, I guess.
But that's why when we talked about this before, when you play a character that's harder for people to play, and most people don't play them because they're hard to play.
Fuck yeah.
They're like, oh man, this character's hard to play, and most people will throw them at the bottom of the tier list automatically. But if you put in the work and you play that character,
Nuts.
you're nuts. You're busted. Like Yoshimitsu, you're busted if you know how to play that character.
The Mishimas.
The Mishimas, you're busted if you can play.
Lay.
Gen in Alpha 3.
Yeah.
And then even in 4.
In 4, hell yeah. I fucking hated that
Gen,
character, bro.
Fuck that.
Oh my God, you were so messed
Fuck
up if you
that.
could play Gen. This man had a stance change. So he could go from Snake to Crane. And he could do it mid-combo, mid-mix-up. So you'd be like, okay, he's in his Crane stance. I'm blocking. He swaps. He's in Snake. And you get hit by a low that you didn't even know was a low because you thought he was in Crane stance.
Yeah.
It was stupid.
He's got 2 command lists, bro. 1 for each stance. And
Those-
4 different ultras.
Yes.
It's nuts.
But he was a hard character to play. But if you could play, it's like Zeku. If you could play Zeku, you can mess people up.
Yeah.
Because nobody blocking all the mix-ups. He's old. He's young. He's old. He's young again. Like-
The difference is you notice when he changes between old and young.
Yeah.
Gen, you ain't seeing that shit.
ain't seeing that
You see him do this, and then he does this. You like,
But now you got
not if you getting hit. You ain't seeing that shit.
But now you got those characters in this game that may take that technical work. That if you put in the work, you'll be ridiculous with them.
That's
But
good. I love that
it
shit.
could possibly be taken away because you could just play with modern controls.
Yeah, because
so dumb.
fucking Billy Bob Thornton over there wants to press one button and just do fireballs all day. That's okay. Just take away their damage. It should be a learning opportunity,
Yes.
not a competitive standpoint.
Exactly.
Or
Exactly.
if they plan online, do it off the ranking system. When you hit a certain rank, you can no longer do modern controls.
Or just put them in a different ranking system. These are the motherfuckers who are top of the world for modern controls only. You want a ladder, you get your own ladder.
Honestly, I feel like you should be able to do that online too. Like, who do you want to play? Do you want to play like same with who you want to play bar wise? Who you want to play with modern controls, or do you want to play, the classic?
Yeah.
But I feel like as soon as we get to the point where we're like let's say the game's been out for like a year, right? Everybody gonna play on fucking classic, bro. And then not only that, these modern people, if they're not 2 separate online things, they don't start complaining because they're getting harassed.
And you know, this is something that I also was thinking about with this whole topic. Why are we calling it modern controls? They're not modern because
They're easy inputs.
they're easy inputs. Marvel had your normal and your easy, and it said easy.
Even BlazBlue has it. They have technical and stylish.
Yes. Be clear. Don't call it modern because modern implies, that's what we're using now. But not everyone's using that. The classic mode is the standard
Yeah. And it's been the standard.
since the beginning of,
Except for Street Fighter 1. That one had no mode. That was just RN.
no, that was hard.
You want to hear something fucking ironic? You know how like this was not off topic, but also on topic. You know how like their whole fucking controversy with like the hitboxes and shit being legal in tournaments because it makes things easier.
Yeah.
That's right. We looking at you, Capcom.
What the fuck? Like, bro,
We got rid of the hitboxes and made it more of a modern mode.
you don't need a hitbox. Just press a button.
Oh, God. All right, but
Fucking
since we're
wild.
already on this Street Fighter 6 kick, let's go ahead and keep it going. So, Dennis brought this topic up. There has been a rather big issue, which I'm seeing a lot of, I'm not going to call anybody names out, but I've been seeing a lot of like pro gamers do this. And to me, it's a bit annoying, which is the clickbait titles to the Street Fighter 6, anything around it. Like, you see Zangief, this character's busted. Then you see next week, Lily's up there, she's busted. Manon's up there, don't get command grabbed by Manon. And then you see Ken's over there, Ken's rushed down, is stupid. And then you see Ryu got this great new tech, he's a god now. Like,
We need to start doing some clickbait thumbnails, bro.
Started yet? The game's not even out, bro.
When we gonna start doing clickbait thumbnails?
We should.
I'm gonna start saying some controversial shit, and then I'm just gonna go back on whatever
this
I
one
was
might
saying.
be it. This might be
Oh, yeah, we'll
clickbait
get there.
or our demise.
We'll get there. Nah, that shit.
Hey, stay tuned.
Yo, I'm gonna be real with you.
I'm all
You're gonna have
for
to beep a lot.
Yeah, I'm all for like them
Yeah.
showcasing like new information to people because you want people to still stay hype. The game's not exactly around the corner, but you want them to keep excited. You want people to like, I'm having a character crisis. I don't know if I don't want to play Cammy, don't want to play Manon, and then fucking the Cammy combo trials come out. You're like, that was kind of sick, but then the Manon combo trials are out, and you're like, yo, did you see that, bro? She's basically Rugal. That shit was godlike. I want to do that. Easy decision you ever made in your life.
I really do think I'm gonna play Jamie. I think.
Yeah, all right, bro. Whatever
Yeah,
you
man.
say. We'll let you know on release.
Man, first off, I'm gonna put this out there because he just said it. When the game got announced, not even dropped, announced. Oh, Cammy, I'm playing Cammy all day. Cammy.
Who?
Kimberly, my bad, Kimberly.
Kimberly.
Playing Kimberly. And then, what was it? We're not gonna say what happened, but something happened. And then somebody came back, oh, no, she's too easy, man. I don't want to play her no more.
I didn't say she was.
What happened?
I said, nah, her buttons was garbage. Her buttons was so ass.
She's a mix-up character. she's a mix-up character.
You know how I play, bro. I play fucking.
But I mean, her buttons. What do you mean? Like her buttons are good in neutral? Because if her buttons are good in neutral, that makes sense because she's a rushdown character. Her
Yeah.
buttons shouldn't be good in neutral.
I'm. You know how I am.
You should have to work to get in. That's not how that. You don't get
love
neutral and pressure.
That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
Karin got it. Shit, I should get it too. Karin had buttons, bro. You cannot tell me Karin did not have buttons. And she was rushing.
Karin wasn't winning as many tournaments as everybody's the other
Karin's
characters.
Punk's character.
Yeah,
was-
and
she
how
was
many
winning-
tournaments did Punk win?
She was winning early tournaments when Jay Wong was playing her.
Exactly.
People figured it out. Punk started doing some shit with her. He started getting results. That's why the people refocused on the character. She's got good walk speed. She's got good normals. That's it. You jump in on her, all she's got is a DP. If she whiffs that DP, she's dead as fuck. What you gonna do?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Like, every character,
Walk with the bottom.
every character, no matter what game it is, they're gonna have weaknesses. They
Yes.
Every single
Absolutely.
one. Every
because
single
back in the day when they made
like playing
characters
neutral.
that didn't have weaknesses, they either got
People
banned-
notice, bro.
Yeah, they noticed real quick. They got banned real fast in those
Because
tournaments.
there was no patches to fix it. There was no balancing. It was just
you can't play.
Wasn't it like the
Bam.
Earth characters in like the
have
God
you
characters in
ever
Tekken?
seen Gil in Third Strike?
No.
stupid.
Gil in Third Strike, if he did the shit he does in Third Strike in 5, would not be a
No.
playable character.
Did we tell you about his super?
Yeah, you said like if he died, he come back to life.
Yes.
Resurrection.
When he had two.
And
Full bar.
And you had to dash in and punch him. And most characters weren't fast enough to hit him unless he was already at like half or 75%. Like Hugo, he's filling that bar up. Hugo is not fast enough. You know?
Depending on which side Gil was facing, like if he was facing left or he was facing right, whatever color was like facing your side of the screen or whatever, that's the element he hit you with, right? So if the red side was facing the screen, he did the elbow up, the anti-air, you got hit by fire.
Yes.
That shit did fucking retarded damage. It was so stupid. If he hit you with the ice shit, you basically got stunned.
Yeah.
And there was no like, you didn't fucking have the stick. You were going like this to shake out of it. You're not shaking out of the ice. You just eating that damage. And they were like, ooh, this character's sick, right? Ban him. Get him out of there. Never played in a tournament ever.
Like
Can't do it.
you play it against anyone that play Gil. All you hope is I hope they use their special
Boy.
before Resurrection.
I got a better one for you. CVS 2. Two characters that are immediately banned in that game. Shin Akuma and God Rugal.
Yep.
They are both playable,
Yes.
but they are immediately banned.
Yes.
Because Shin Akuma, you know how he goes up in the air and he does the karate chop when he comes down to the ground?
Earth
that
splitter.
move would one-shot most of your cast.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're just dead.
Dead. Dead. Dead.
And God Rugal, you're not touching this man. Like, this man was broken. And the devs was just like, it is what it is. And because SNK helped make that game, it was Capcom and SNK. SNK, their bosses in their games are so hard, they have a title known as SNK Boss Syndrome.
Yeah, they're notorious for being difficult.
Yes.
This is given to any boss that is just stupidly hard. They call it SNK Boss Syndrome. All their bosses are ridiculously hard.
Holy crap.
Go back and fight what's his name? Orochi from KOF. Was it 98?
98.
You thought that fucking
Yeah.
level 8 Ryu in that demo was hard, bro. These SNK bosses were like level 16 Ryus. It was ridiculous.
Orochi had a super that was full screen,
Yes.
Unblockable, by the way.
unblockable, and it would kill you.
Then what the fuck you supposed to do? Dodge it? Not get
Don't get hit.
Don't get hit.
But it's impossible
Don't get hit.
because
Yeah.
you're getting hit. You got to tank it. I got to do more damage to him than he does to me.
Yep.
That's crazy.
It is.
Well, yeah. So I mean,
That's how it was.
It's made to eat your quarters back.
but
in the day.
back to the topic because we did kind of sidebar there. But
Yeah, I'm sorry.
yeah, no. But as far as it goes, like I said, I've seen some big name content creators do it. I said this on the last time we talked about clickbait. I hate clickbait. I can't stand it. Like when I see a clickbait video, I don't even watch it.
See, the bad part
Game's
is
not
you
even out
don't
yet,
know
bro.
it's clickbait until you click on it.
I don't know. Nowadays, they not really like hiding it too well.
Some of them are hiding it, but sometimes you'll see like, I'm trying to think of a recent example. Sometimes it'll be like, oh, this match between these two players was the best match of the pool, this pools or this side of the bracket for this major, and you're like, you know what, I don't really recognize either of those names, and I'm interested in how the characters fight against each other, so let me go and see. Maybe the shit was hype, and it's the most boring,
Trash.
lame Justin Wong defensive match you've ever seen in your life. You like, I didn't see nothing new. This is garbage, bro. Why did I get? I
question
baited,
your
bro.
taste, sir.
I got baited, bro. What am I doing? You don't know until you know. It's just
Yeah,
sad.
but then there's the ones where it's like, oh, this character is the best character in this game because of X, Y.
Oh, God, those
See
are so
more.
great. You deserve to get clickbaited if you clicking on that. That's your fault.
Like I read it and it's just like I'm not gonna hold you. Anybody who does this, if you do clickbait and I see it on my screen, I'm hitting don't recommend your channel. I don't even want to see nothing else from you.
You know what the videos that really get me are when they hit you with the top 100 reasons why Cammy's the best character in
Bro,
this
who
game.
about to listen to 100 reasons?
You know what? I click on it. I'm like, you know what? I bet you this motherfucker don't even got 100 reasons. Go. Nope, he got 67, and all of them are garbage. They all the same reason. That shit is too funny,
Like, bro,
bro.
I see those. I don't watch those. I'm like, who got time to sit here and listen to 100 reasons,
Bro.
You can make 100 reasons why Siegfried is the best character in Soul Calibur, and I would not watch it.
Now, if you go in knowing that it's like for comedy, like it's a parody video, I'm gonna say,
yeah,
that's just
yeah,
funny.
I'll
I'm gonna go and
watch
watch that.
Yeah.
But again, there's only one way to know, because unless they put like in little brackets at the end of the thumbnail subtitle, like for comedy purposes, then you're never gonna know.
Oh, and then there's some people
Yeah, parody.
that will literally put their title and in parentheses clickbait. But they gonna be straight up. This is clickbait.
Then I'm probably, honestly, I'll probably go click. I'm like, that's probably funny as shit. He knows, bro.
definitely.
I'm gonna click it.
Yeah, like, but here's the thing: is I don't mind the parodies. I don't mind the joke videos. I don't mind the videos that don't take themselves seriously. The problem I have is when I'm looking for real information on the character, and I click on your video, and it's just BS.
Bro.
Yeah, I agree.
This has to do with clickbait, but this doesn't have to do with fighting games. You know how many times I'll go on YouTube and I'm just like scrolling and I'll see someone just like top 8 deck list for Digimon decks. I'm just like, this man hasn't even entered a major in his life. What top 8 are you talking about?
I don't know you,
Bro, that'd be like if someone was like, yeah, top 32 playstyle for my CEO entry character. Like, how you gonna explain a playstyle for a fighting game? That shit don't even make sense.
Little side notes, a little off topic. Y'all know Dance Dance Revolution has a bracket at CEO.
Yes.
Hey, I kind of want to watch that. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm so dead. I'm so serious.
Okay. Quick note. Quick note.
Dance
I went to CEO last year.
I'll show
and
you.
those motherfuckers go so hard. Let me tell you.
I kind of want to see it.
I do want to
see
watch
them
it.
And they're like, huh. and like I was just mesmerized just watching this, right? And this dude gets, his thing ends. He gets off. He looks over at me, and he's like, sweat. He looks like Shaq in the
Yup.
fourth quarter,
Yup.
glistening.
I was
Hey, he
literally
looks
just
at me
gonna
like,
ask.
"Oh, you gonna go up now?"
Hell no.
Hell.
No, bro, I was literally just gonna ask. Like, I've seen people do like DDR in the highest difficulty. By the way, because you were asking, you don't know what DDR is. It's called Dance Dance Revolution,
Is it the
it's
thing with the
arrows. You
Yeah.
press the
Oh,
arrows
okay, yeah.
to the beat or whatever.
Yeah.
There's a rail behind you to hold on to because you got to move your feet fast and you might fall and hurt yourself. Like actually, so I've seen people go so fucking hard and sweat so bad. I wonder, like, can you get coached? And by coaching, I don't mean like, oh, you're not stepping on this with your heel. I mean like you literally in between songs, someone pulls up a fucking stool and hands you a towel to squeeze your head and shit or your hands so you don't slip. Like, can I get a coach, please?
Look here, Rock.
Yeah,
You're doing good.
bro.
Well, move on with your left.
Keep going. You're tiring them out. You're tiring the machine out, Rock. Yeah, all right, bro.
But I saw that.
It's
and
so
I was
funny.
like, DDR has a bracket?
The mix-ups.
Hey.
Mix-up.
God damn it, bro. What's that the other game that has a bracket? I don't know if they have it this year. It's the game where they throw the disc. It's basically like Pong.
I I know.
Windjammers.
Windjammers, yeah.
Fucking Windjammers had a
They-
bracket,
yes,
bro.
they did. They
Yes,
had
it
a
does.
bracket at CEO, and I think they had a bracket at Taku
I think they
too.
got this one. It's Windjammers too.
God
Yeah.
damn it! That
Yeah,
you know what? I want to see that. Show me some windjamming, bro. Show me extreme pong. That's what I'm
hey,
there
man,
to
we
fuck
gonna- we
with.
gonna be up there, so-
At Taku, it was like the first night. Yeah, the first night. They held an impromptu. It was a mystery It was a mystery game, and it ended up being that arcade 3-on-3 hoops game.
Oh yeah.
I tell you, it was one of the most hypest fucking tournaments I ever watched. Like everybody was. It was fun. It was casual, but it was the funniest thing, and people were dunking on each other and shit. It was
Now that I think
Fantastic.
about it, we going to CEO, right?
Yeah.
Don't they have they always have a Def Jam Vendetta bracket?
They do.
no. They have a fight for New York bracket.
Yeah,
But
Fight for
they
New York.
do
So
have
Def
one-
Jam
they
bracket.
do have that one this year. We definitely gonna watch that.
I need to see that
We
shit.
definitely gonna go watch that.
It was
I'll
good.
fuck with that game so heavy, bro.
All right.
I'm a David Banner player.
By the way, these guys are saying a bunch of games and shit like that, bro. I don't know what's
Bro, it's okay, bro.
Holy shit,
We gotta show you later.
You're going to CEO with us. I will show
bro.
you.
Like, what the
Man,
fuck
man,
was
we
that
gotta start a
discus
blog
game, bro? Y'all was
educating
talking
the
about?
Oh
millennials.
no, we gonna start a YouTube channel one day when Zori get everything ready.
Bro, what the fuck is that discus game?
Windjammers.
Wait, what the fuck?
Remind me
know
later.
history.
I'm gonna show you all that shit.
Windjammers, bro.
Hey, your fetus is showing. Tuck it in.
Yeah, but no, man. So we got some. Now we gonna get into the more. I think that's it for all the safe stuff. Oh no, we got one more safe.
He
topic.
said all the safe stuff. I'm so ready for it.
Yo, that's gonna be last. Y'all not gonna get us.
Florida man.
But yeah,
man,
so
Florida man. Yes, I am.
another topic Dennis brought up to me today. We're gonna talk about it since it's coming up about what, next month?
Yep.
And by the time this comes out, we'll be closer to that day anyway. How to mentally prepare for a major, not your local, not a regional. How do you mentally prepare for a major fighting tournament?
It's
Go
so
under-
different.
Go under. Just do the boulder effect. Just go under a waterfall
waterfall.
and then just grab the sticks and
So wait. So, no,
And go.
if you in the bottom, you're getting the full one. So what you do, you get yourself a ticket to the Appalachian Mountains. It's gotta be the Appalachian Mountains.
Yeah.
And when you get up there, you take your stick, you sit on the waterfall, and you just sit there. You do DPs all day. You do fireballs all day. You work on your charges. Like, when you working on your charges, it's got to be sitting there. Where the stick at? Give me the stick. Give me the stick. Where the stick at?
That shit, I don't even know where the fuck. That shit all the way over
Oh,
here.
yeah,
bro.
no, that's okay. Let's go. We got to show
He
it.
gonna get it. He gonna get it. He gonna get it.
He's gonna get it.
This is commitment.
It's for real. You need to. We
No,
need
no,
to.
no.
Performance commitment.
Because they got to learn this. They got to know. I'm going to have you do it because you are a charge character. I'm going to just hold the mic.
Oh god, I gotta play a charge character in this
Yep,
fucking
yep.
thing.
So I need you to you gotta close your eyes real quick for me. And this is how you gonna do it if you a stick player, if you learn the charges. All right.
That's the charge character, bro.
Hold on, we're not done yet. You do that for 30 days and 30 nights, all right?
Oh,
30
jeez.
days,
That's
30
commitment.
nights.
That's
the
Hanukkah.
only thing you can drink is the water from the waterfowl.
Yes.
That's
too much work.
And the only thing you can eat is something you hunt.
Yeah.
That's it.
You gotta catch a fish that's falling with your mouth while you doing charges.
As a charge player myself, that's so much shit you ain't gotta do, bro. just hold down back, bro. Just hold down back.
But on the real, if you are learning, if you're mentally trying to prepare yourself for a major, so I would say about a good, whenever the game is out, like, because your Street Fighter 6 is a little different because you only got 20 days. But I would say if you know you plan a certain game at a major, one, hit the lab hard.
Homework too.
Two, don't just play your character.
Nope.
Because I can say from experience, because when I played Guilty Gear, I only played Giovanna, right? And I was losing with Giovanna, and I'm like, why do I keep losing? Like, it was getting rough. And then Nate and Frank was both like, hey, maybe you should just play somebody else for a little bit. It don't got to be for a long time. Like, maybe a week.
not a character switch.
Yeah.
Just you are losing because you don't know the things that this character can do. or how they operate or properties.
For me, it wasn't even that. It was you don't know how to change your style up.
Yeah, your thing was your play style. You were like, I just gotta go in, and if I don't go in, I'ma die. No, you actually are dying because you're just going in and only going in.
But then when I switched to Kaikisuke. I switched Kaikisuke, and Kaikisuke he's balanced, but most people that play him don't play him rush down. And I didn't plan on playing him that way anyway. So I was doing my Shoto. I was throwing fireballs. I'm throwing out a DP. I
Play
hit
the
you with a
neutral.
little combo. I'll back off. I'll throw another fireball in case you're trying to run at me. I started playing a more neutral, more balanced game. And then when I went back to Giovanna, it increased my gameplay. So I would say definitely try and play out the other characters that you're going to. If you've already played, if you're going to a major, it means you've already been playing this game for a while.
Yeah.
So you probably don't really need to even touch your character because you probably already know all this stuff. The only thing you probably need to work up is cleaning up like maybe an optimal combo if you need it, and then work on what tourney combos you want to take that's going to give you the most damage consistently.
Doing a combo under pressure is a very different thing from just beating up on a dummy in training mode that isn't trying to kill you or take your head off.
The way, in my opinion, the way that I would train that is go into online mode, like just do online, whatever, and then in those situations where you guys have 1 HP, see how you react to it, and then calm down, take a deep breath, and then do it again.
Find a partner is my next one.
Yep.
Find a partner. Find somebody who is, if you can, find somebody locally or online who's just as dedicated as you, who wants to play the game as much as you do, who's willing to run the sets whenever you're ready to run the set. Like, if you can find somebody that's on that level with you, both of y'all are going to explode with the knowledge and the execution that y'all gain. So there's that. I mean, this like I said, this is like 3 months out. This is before you get close to the venue. This is when you're doing that stuff.
If you do get a chance, you should go. If you have local scene, I think you should play at locals.
Absolutely.
Finding a partner and playing with your partner is good because then you're perfecting your craft. But at the same time, you need to know how to deal with whatever's thrown at you. So if you go to a locals, you should be picking fights and not physically in real life IRL picking fights. You should be picking
who
fights
you are.
in game with anyone you could get. Anyone who will sit down and play some rounds at you, you need to be playing that person. Because no matter what their skill level, no matter what character they play, no matter what play style they're using, that is experience that you're putting under your belt and you're leveling up.
And get on YouTube.
Oh my God, please do your research.
Watch your replays. Watch somebody who's really good at playing the character that you play and see what they do that you don't do.
Yeah.
What's optimal that they do and they know about that you didn't really know about, that they do a lot.
It seems like we're throwing a lot of homework for you to do at you, but you don't got to do it all at once, right? Go start with this. Go play a match, whether it's online, whether it's offline. When you lose, figure out why you lost and go and practice that exact same scenario in training mode, right?
Oh, if you want to watch YouTube videos, do it at work.
Yeah.
Most of us got jobs.
Do it passively.
Well, you can listen to somebody talk about the character.
Us.
Yeah.
You can listen
Literally.
to us while you at work.
Just talk about the character and somebody that's gone through like a whole guide or a breakdown of how your character works.
People like,
You know how many times I watched the guide for Buki
See?
to learn how to use her, and then I'm like, there's so many things that I didn't know while I was playing this character. Like, for example, her forward heavy punch or heavy kick. Her forward heavy kick is like a split that she does in the air.
it's not an overhead though.
It's not an overhead, no. But she does a split in the air and then she's like airborne, right? Can't get thrown, and she hops over projectiles.
See?
I was having trouble with projectiles. When I learned that, oh my God.
And then you started getting counter hits and shit.
Everything.
See?
I started working on it a lot more and stuff like that. There's a lot of things that you might not know about your character that you're like overlooking or just didn't see it at the time that people know.
What's the
now-
dude we used to watch for Tekken?
You know my main man Sweet?
No, the one dude they gave like the guide videos and he would like slow down.
Oh, Blasted Salami?
Yes.
Bro, I fuck with Blasted Salami so hard. That man will literally, he made a guide for Steve. That shit is 2 hours and 42 minutes long, and I watched every fucking second of it 4 times.
I watched the guy for Lily like 5.
He breaks down the frames. He slows the video down. He replays it 7 fucking times and explains what situations you should use it in. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna play a match now. I learned this new thing. I'm gonna try and incorporate this new thing. Played some matches. Okay, cool. I feel comfortable with it. Back to the video. Unpause. Ooh, look at this cool new thing. I'm gonna pause the video again, go back, play another couple matches with that new thing I learned. Boom, I incorporated it. It was literally just like that. I was stacking fucking Legos and the building blocks of life came alive, and I was like, yo, I'm a Steve player now. This shit is crazy.
Because what was crazy is like, because like I said, I played Lily, David played Paul, and he played Steve and King, I think, at the time. The only two we had. But like every time we all came back, somebody had new tech every time.
God,
and then, like you just see it, like it's funny because when you hit Nate with new tech, that's the only time he switched his face like twerks, because like
I'll hit you one of these.
Yeah, because you know he's in the gamer phase. Even when we play casual, that's just what he does. And then you just see him.
Back to the anger.
Yep. Like, oh, you download that? All right.
Yeah, sometimes I'll say it too. I'll just be like, oh, I never seen that before. Okay.
That's what I'm. And then, but it's
Motherfuckers gamer faces.
bro, it's the same, because in his head he's like, okay, I gotta look out for that. In my head I'm like, okay, I don't need to throw that out too soon, because now he's looking for it.
I'll be waiting for, like, when I have new tech, I always make them think that I don't have it, and when that crucial moment hit, boom, done.
So after you've done your knowledge month, which is the 3rd month, your 2nd month should be implementing. So 2nd month is just you implementing all the knowledge you've learned for all your situations. Would you have to do a review in the 2nd month? Of course, you're not going to remember everything.
Put it to practice. Play some scrimmage games for all you football fans out there.
Yeah, just play the game on repeat.
Get your ass whooped.
Run the set.
Really?
When I say run the set, I'm talking about we've done 1st to 100s. Run the set. You know?
Run it, bro. Like, actually run it. Like, there's a lot of things, bro. You will not learn. Like, sure, I will know I could tell you every single frame, every single punish you could do, and all this. If you got no execution,
It don't
forget about
matter.
that joint. You ain't doing nothing.
You got execution, you still gonna lose.
Exactly.
It's nice on paper, but you know what ain't winning games? That pen you writing with.
Exactly.
But like that's so your 2nd month should definitely be like implementation. And then your 3rd month, I want to say for like probably 2 to 3 weeks, just relax.
Boy, if I haven't fucking said this shit so many times, before any major competition, what I like to do is not fucking think about it. I'll practice up until a point, right? Let's say 3 days out, 72 hours. I'll give myself the last 3 days to just not fucking think about anything Street Fighter related, Tekken related, whatever game you're entering, don't think about it. Go chill with the homies, have a good time, maybe, you know, drink a little bit, party, you get ready, pre-game, do what you gotta do. I don't know if you got some fucking rituals, you gotta go and change your underwear and shower with a specific soap, I don't fucking know. Do what you gotta do, take your mind off the game. Let that fucking knowledge marinate. It is marinating. Just because it's in the crock pot, you can't see the crock pot, it's still going.
Yep.
We on a 72-hour cook cycle. That's all it is. In a little bit, once you get back to the major, let's say your pools are at 6 a.m. God bless you. You're about to have a shitty day. Prior to you going to your pools, dabble in the game a little bit. You be surprised that, damn, I was struggling with that shit 2 weeks ago or whatever, and I landed a first try booting up the game. I haven't played this shit in 72 hours.
Yep.
It just, you gotta give yourself time to what the hell they call it when you overwriting shit. All the knowledge you used to know is being overwritten by good stuff.
Just it's you sitting in the marinate period where you're not playing. That's the upload.
Yep.
All that
that's
data
all
you
it is,
learned over
bro.
those last 2 months is just being shoved into your brain.
Just let the bar fill.
But yeah, no.
On a mental standpoint, the relaxing is definitely necessary. Go in with a positive mental state. Like he said, whatever rituals you got,
Yeah.
do them. Get yourself into a space where you're comfortable. The nerves aren't getting to you. There's going to be nerves, but don't let them get to you.
There's always
That's
nerves.
the biggest thing. Don't let those nerves get to you, because they're going to be there. You're at a major. You got all these high-profile players there. don't let that, get in your head, because then that's going to throw off your game. Whatever you practice for those 3 months is going to go down the tube.
Yep. You're going to forget all that
let
shit.
those nerves get to you.
Bro.
Nah, bro. What you need to do to get all those nerves like out your system and stuff like that is this simple. Get a homie like Alex right here and tell him to do this.
You got this.
I promise you, your hype levels will go so crazy. Or if Alex screams, like let's say for example, I'm in a match and Alex from across the room screams out, "Hey yo, Zoro, you better not lose. I better see you in bracket." That's it. That's it, bro. I'm sorry to my opponent. I'm sorry to anybody I'm going against. I'm so sorry. You about to get walked. You about to see the craziest shit in your life.
So in that moment, he is right. You need friends that's gonna tell you that, because I'm a friend. Like, if you lost your last set, and Dennis has done this to me as well. Like, he's come to me and he's been like, we play MVC3, and he's like, man, I played Ryu, and I really like Ryu, but I feel like it didn't work out. And I was like, play Akuma. He's like, what? I was like, play Akuma. He's just better Ryu.
Sometimes you need a second pair of eyes to just look and see shit that you can't
That's
see.
another thing.
And then boom, Akuma.
The next set he won with Akuma. But no, and you also need the friend, because like, if you come to me and you just lost a round, it happened to Zora, and he's coming to me before, he's been like down, and I'm like, what happened? I lost my last set. I was like, what you down for? Because I lost. It happened.
You ain't out the tournament.
I was like, yeah, like, you out the tournament? No. That's what you sad for. Like, you still got a chance. It's a little harder now. Yeah, we ain't gonna take that from you, but you still can do it. You just gotta get up and do it.
Your mental state of mind is the most important thing. In fighting games and in life. You are your own worst enemy, and if you defeat yourself, you're making it easier for your opponent to defeat you.
I'm just here to play and have fun. If I go far, I go far, but I'm here to play and have fun. Most first and foremost.
Now,
That's the thing, because I went into Taku with nerves, but like my ritual that day, I did my meditation, had my breakfast, and got to the venue, set up my laptop, just played some games just to stretch those fingers out, get that early onset arthritis, not so
warm it up, warm up the bones, the joints.
Hand warmers.
17th.
There you go.
So like, all three of these are big parts, are big implementation. Like, the knowledge is big, implementation is big, relaxation is big. If you implement these three things, I promise you'll do better than you ever dreamed you could have. And even if you do bad, you don't even realize how good you got, because like, there are some people that you'll probably run into in casuals that probably did better than you, but you'll mop them. Like, that's one thing that everybody else needs to remember. Like, the bracket is just the bracket. Sometimes you just get matched up against Idom, and then right after that, you got to fight Punk or Justin Wong. Sometimes it just happened like that.
Shit is unforgiving, bro. That shit is unforgiving. All you can do is just get a good night's rest beforehand. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
And
just do it.
And one thing
Be
is,
one of them. Now you become famous.
don't put those big names on pedestals.
Oh my God, God's bleed. It's true.
Yeah, you said it best. Guys can bleed.
Yes.
Oh, I can't wait.
Guys can definitely bleed.
They're
bro.
good, but they could lose.
Cannot wait.
But,
So I think these are all good tips that y'all should take. Going to CEO or combo breaker or your Evo, whatever.
yep, that's it for the safe ones.
Folks, I just want to say this right now. We love
Disclaimer.
y'all. Disclaimer. We might get canceled.
Before we start this, I would like to say the views of the individual on the Roundstar podcast do not represent the Roundstar podcast itself. All the views of the individuals are their individual views and theirs alone.
What if all the views the same?
It's still not.
God.
Yeah.
Anyway, this
Tengu, make sure to beat all the fuck shit.
So my question that I had that I wrote down and I didn't tell y'all until now, and it's funny because we had a conversation a little bit earlier because of what's going on with our local scene at the moment. But as soon as I ask the question, y'all will get it. Can a community ruin a game?
Yes.
I'm so proud. I'm so proud.
Okay, and if a community can ruin a game, How so? And we're gonna start with Zora, and then we're gonna come over here to Nate last, because I know he got something to say.
With me, I don't really play this game, so I don't really care. But
Get 'em.
when it comes, the reason why I haven't played this game is very simple. The people that play the game, like, they just make it so unfun. I don't know how to explain it, bro.
No, that's pretty much how you explain
Yeah,
it.
but yeah,
It's just not fun.
It's just not fun. Yeah, it's just not fun. The game isn't fun to me. Like, every time they just try to force it down my throat. Like, why are you not playing this? Why are you not playing this? This, that, and that. Like, bro, if you force it down my throat, I'm not gonna fucking play it, bro. I've even shown I was intrigued in Sin from Strive. I was intrigued. And then they were like, "Oh, you gonna play Strive? Oh, you gonna play Strive? Oh, bro, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you know, and this, and that." My nigga, let me just dabble with this character first, bro. Like, let me goof around.
Nah,
bro.
you gotta
Like,
play it. You gotta play it. Roman cancel.
yeah, bro. Like, bro, chill out, bro. What's up with you? Like, I'm just, bro. I literally just loaded up the game. Oh, you playing Strive now? I can't believe you playing Strive. Oh, you gonna come over here, bro? Relax. This is my first time going on this game. You know what I mean? Like, it's just.
I was
it's
gonna
too
say
much.
something, but it's not safe for YouTube. But I'll tell y'all later.
Oh God, I
It's too
can't
much,
wait.
man. It's too much.
All right, Dennis, what's your thoughts?
Just
Why,
say
why,
it and
why
then
do you say?
Tango will beep it.
Nah, I can't.
Say it and Tango will beep it.
So, here's my take on it, because I've experienced it, I've seen it, and not just here in other communities as well. Toxicity, for one, can completely not just break down a scene, it could break down a game. There are games out there, not just fighting games, that have a really bad reputation because of its community. And people don't, oh, I'm interested in that game, but I'm not gonna get in there because I know the levels of toxicity that come with that game that I do not want to be a part of.
League of Legends.
Exception of Black Ops 2. That was the best game in the world.
Overwatch.
Hold on.
You were
fam.
probably part of the problem then.
I'm about to say,
But
bro.
the reason why I say this is because BO2. I went in there as a little kid and I came out like a man. Like,
I'm about to say, bro, them 360
He was
lobbies.
the problem.
No.
I love-
No, at the
it's
time,
not
he
that.
wasn't the problem because he was a little kid.
Yeah, I was a little kid,
Them
yeah.
360 lobbies was no joke.
those things are crazy. All right, bro.
But for
Teach
one,
you how to roast
for,
real quick.
For one, it would be toxicity. Two, sometimes you gotta take an L and realize that your game just isn't that great.
I've taken many of those.
Okay, that your game is not the most popular, or that your
Worldwide.
game does not get the support or quality of life changes that it should get
Yes.
to continue moving forward. We've all taken that L at one point or another. Some communities just don't know when to take that L or how to take that L or refuse to see why their game isn't just that great.
Yeah.
And that creates a problem, because that's when those toxicity levels start rising. It's all connected, and it could ruin a community. A community can ruin a scene that way,
Yep.
because you're, like Zora said, trying to force a game down someone's throat, whether it be Street Fighter, whether it be Tekken, Strive, Soul Calibur, Uniclear, whatever the case may be. You have to be able to look at your game and know its faults. There's one major problem with Mortal Kombat is that very problem right there, is that they don't realize that it's a very niche game that not everyone is into.
It's the
But it's the greatest thing in the world. No, it's not.
It's the
All
dialogue.
right,
for
now
me,
we're going to
bro.
get to the spicy side. Crash, what you got on this,
It's
man?
always me.
Because you always got
I'm
the
always in the
spicy opinions.
spotlight. All right. So,
Hold on. Before you start, you always got the spiciest opinions out of everybody. Like,
Hey,
yeah.
I do it for the content. Look, as far as can scenes make a game? Like, can a community kill the scene for their game? Yes. Adding on to everything that Dennis and Zora said, I wholeheartedly agree. y'all could fuck it up. I'm not a religious man. I'm not gonna slam the door in no Jehovah's Witness face, but I'm just gonna be like, sorry, I don't believe in that. That's not my faith. Carry on, move on with your life. You know, I'm all for whatever you want to do, whatever you want to put your mind to, and you want to get done. Do it. Don't let anyone's beliefs get in your way. Think how you want to think. Make your own opinions. That's everything, right? With all that professional shit out the way,
Here it comes.
Yep.
I am so fucking tired of all of you crybaby ass motherfuckers at any scene, not just ours, who are always bitching about, oh, our game isn't getting any representation. I don't understand why you guys aren't running this. I don't get it. We had 3 people show up to our last tournament. That should be more than enough to run a bracket. You've got 2 people playing a game. You got 1 person getting the bye. That's loser side and winner side. I don't see the problem. Shut the fuck up. Bro, y'all are so fucking crybaby. Man, you know how many times I've heard, well, I don't understand why this game is getting the most views and it's getting the most people and the most entrants. That's not what makes a fucking scene, bro. I commentate every fucking Thursday at Retro Zone. Every time I get a chance, I'm like, you know what? Whatever the game is, let's go. Run that shit. Hype sets. Let's get excited. Let's get the people hype. I'm so tired of watching fucking Strive on the mainstream, bro. You know how many fucking times I gotta be like, oh, he's yellow RC. Oh, it's PRC. Oh, it's blue RC. We got a fucking rainbow on the screen. Oh, he yellow burst again. Oh, he blue burst again. I can't get hyped for that shit. I'm like forcing it at this point. And yeah, it's probably partially Arc System works because they don't fucking update the game frequently or release characters constantly. Whatever your fucking roadmap is, that's between you and it's at this point it's a fucking cult. Y'all some cultists. I don't understand. Y'all been drinking that fucking punch. I don't know what you put in there. You put RC cancels in that bitch? Did you sprinkle some fucking yellow bursts in the bowl? Did you stir it with Faust's fucking scalpel and then just yeet a fucking banana from his pocket? Get over yourselves. That shit is boring. Play something else. You'll be better players. All you fucking trash players who are playing the game and not getting the results you want, and you fucking know who you are. I know you're watching this. You know who you are. If you played a different game and actually practice it, you could probably go back to Strive and be a fucking better player for it. One of our best players, the locals, he tops multiple games. And he has seen so much fucking success in all of those games. Why? Because he plays other games. It has nothing to do with how much you practice. It has nothing to do with all the variations of people that you've played to get to Celestial. That don't mean shit. The man comes up, plays a couple games of Marvel, plays a couple games of Street Fighter, clocks in the fucking Tekken and Strive and Tekken 7 because it's basically his job. You're paying his mortgage, by the way. And freeze you all the fuck up.
And his main game's KOF.
You fucking suck. Get over it.
And we don't even run that game.
Yeah, bro. Regardless, stay free.
All right, so
Then this is why you go last.
I'm gonna go ahead and just give my 2 pieces, and then we gonna move on.
Holy shit.
This man went scorched earth.
Yeah,
Fucking hate
that's
people.
why we love it. Can a community ruin a game? And we've already talked about the toxicity side of things, but I do feel like the eagerness of a game will kill a game as well. And what I mean by the eagerness is like what Zora said earlier. He tried to play Strive, and people can, oh, you play Strive now? You play Strive now? Oh, you play Strive now? You play Strive? Oh, you play Strive? You play Strive?
Cult. It's the fucking cult.
Make sure you do the LRC. No, right there you need the blue RC. No, right there you need the purple RC. No, you need the red RC. Then you cross over the other side. Then you get a combo on the other side. And then you go ahead, you'll build up enough tension, and then you can do a super. Then you go through the wall. You go through the wall, make sure you get a hard knockdown. Nah, see, you're doing too much.
Nobody cares,
Way
bro.
too. Bro,
Nobody
you know how many
cares,
times
bro.
I've faced, like, for example, like, this is the way you're supposed to teach somebody for real.
No, I got you. That's what I'm going to next.
Yeah.
Everybody I've ever showed any game to, I let them come into their own. And I don't even, a lot of people who, when you're trying to get people in your fighting game, you're so eager to get them in that you're trying to shove information down their throat.
Exactly.
I will play a game and sit in practice mode, and I'll let you walk to me. Hey, what game is that? oh, I did it to him like twice. Hey,
He's my pusher.
hey, it's Uniclear. You want to go ahead and sit down? I mean, I'll show you how to play. We don't got to go into a match. We can do training mode at first. That's fine.
Yep.
Picks up the controller. Who should I play? Whoever you like, fam. If you think they look cool, pick them. They pick the character. I pick my character. And I'm like, all right, this is Uniclear. In this game, here are the basic functions. Here are the buttons that you need. And then they learn the basic buttons and functions. And they're like, all right, cool. What else does this game have? I let them get interested in the game. And I just guide them along the way.
Some people don't know how to read the room, bro. If they have interest,
Bro.
then figure out why they're interested in the first
And
place.
then people ask why we call him the drug dealer. Like, that ass, bro. He
'Cause he's
literally
your pusher.
he literally pushes crack into your face.
YouTube, I do not push actual drugs.
yes,
just
video
fighting
games. Video games.
There were no
fighting
narcotics involved. They were just games.
It's
games.
just,
Okay, I mean,
like it's just fighting games. I promise it's just
This is
fighting games.
funny.
then
But
you
it's
get
like-
the itch.
When I'm introducing somebody to a game, I let them gain an interest for it. Because all that stuff comes naturally. The same way when I played Soul Calibur for the first time, it came naturally to me. Nobody had to teach me that game because I liked it so much I was willing to learn. But for someone who's coming into your game, you have that base interest. So for you, whatever you can learn for that game, you hype about it instantly. This person's not like that. This person don't know nothing about Joe game.
And that was how my nephew got into it, because I was playing Guilty Gear, and he happened to be at my house, and he went, "What's that?" Guilty Gear. That looks cool. I like the animation style.
Damn, that's crazy.
Here you go. Here's a controller. Why don't you try it out? It's as simple as that.
Bro, like Dennis has seen me do this. I've done it to multiple people, by the way. People will come in, they're like, "Man, this game looks cool." Oh, for real? And I'll just walk over and start having a conversation. 5 minutes later, I'm playing a game with them. Yeah. We talking. Then another 5 minutes later, like, "Man, I really want to get good at this character." Oh, for real? I'll look back, find somebody who's good at the character. Hey, run some matches with them. And I walk off. My job is done. I did everything I needed to do.
Well, it was literally the one time I went there, bro. The one time I went to the local, and I was like, "Yo, Tekken looks pretty cool." "Oh, really? Yo, you know, you would like this. You would like the training mode." And then when I came to the dojo, "Hey, Juan, you remember how I told you like the training mode? Let me sit you right here. Let me go ahead and do this." And,
Got him.
So why? If I know your weakness when it comes to a game, I know how to get you.
I was literally
Juan,
just gonna say that,
yeah.
bro. He loves the lab, bro. The fucking lab in Tekken is it tells you the frames while it's happening. That shit is nuts.
crazy, bro.
Tekken 7 has one of the best labs ever.
That's why you have to pay for it.
Yeah, you do have to pay for the frame data,
like
but
$3,
Bro,
there was some controversy there, but it was worth
People
it.
was complaining
In
about
my opinion.
$3.
In my
bruh.
opinion, it was worth
You
it.
don't got you don't tell me you don't got 12 quarters.
Me,
that math
technically,
really quick.
no, I don't got fucking shit. But you're right. Yeah, people usually got 12 quarters.
In the car, bro.
Somewhere in the car.
I could go in my car, bro. In the cup thing, I have 12.
Like y'all really out here complaining about $3.
Nah, bro. Look, if you've spent time around the person, you know that they're interested in fighting games. It is very, very easy to get them to try new ones, right? Let's say we go into a new fighting game. Boom. I want Zora to play. How I'm gonna get Zora to play? I'm gonna go to the character select screen. I'm gonna look for the motherfucker wearing a ninja mask. That one. Boom. Zora, play that character. 10 minutes later, yo, this character's sick.
Yo.
Y'all motherfucker doing ninja shit. He got fucking bombs and shurikens.
Even if it ain't fighting games, I remember Final Fantasy 14.
Yep.
Everybody was playing the game, and they was like, "Hey, Al, you should play this game with us."
That shit was
And
so
I was like,
easy.
I don't know, man. Like, I'm not, because he knows I'm not a fan of like wizards and sorcery.
Yeah.
Swords are okay, but I'd much rather find a character that just throws hands.
He just wants kung fu martial arts shit. He doesn't
Yes.
want no Harry Potter foo-foo spellcasting.
Don't care for none of that.
Nope.
So he was like, "Let me show you this trailer," and it's the Stormblood trailer.
Stormblood, yep.
And it starts off with like it's far away, and you just hear these earthquakes. It's doom, doom.
And you
just
see the shockwaves
You see
and
this
shit.
little bucket like drops popping up, like. Boop. I'm like, what's going on? Then you get to this cliff, and now you seeing the shockwaves. It's doom, doom. Like, yo, what's going on that cliff? And then you finally get to the center of it, and it's two monks just throwing hands, bruh. And it's like,
They beating the dog shit out of each other.
I bought that game that night, and I was like, okay, how I become a monk? And then he was like, well, you got to become a pugilist first. All right, cool, I'm a pugilist. Now how I become a monk? Well, now you got to go through all these. Okay, I did all the missions. All right, cool. Now how I become a monk? Go to this dude to get a stone. I'm a monk.
3 expansions later, he was like, yo, I want to raid. got him.
Like, bro, if you know what someone likes, like anytime we play any game, we play Uniclear. And then it's like, who would I like?
Akatsuki.
Akatsuki.
That's Ryu, but better. It's good Ryu.
Those were his exact words. I remember.
It's good Ryu, bro.
Like, he's good Ryu. And then he was like, oh, okay. Now who do you play in Uniclear?
Katsuki.
Yeah.
I played Uniclear a
DP,
lot.
Gadatatsu, fireballs. You can throw them in the air. Does shit tons of damage. Character's crazy.
And an awesome parry.
He's got
a parry.
He's got a parry.
Bro, what
That I'm
the
starting to
fuck?
use more.
But yeah, like, so it's like, I don't know, man. If you want people to play your game, if you want people to be a part of your community, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just how you go about it. You can't shove it down somebody's throat because that's gonna make them not want to be there.
Bro.
Like, you being too aggressive. Back off.
You're turning it. You're literally making it the only thing that they have to engage with, and then they get the claustrophobia, and they're like, I don't want to be around that. I don't want to. It's like a girlfriend who's just a little too close and a little too clingy.
Yeah.
It's like, can I get? I'm fucking. It's
boyfriend.
like
Or
95.
boyfriend.
Yeah, or boyfriend, whatever.
Whatever floats
You're
your boat.
fucking toaster, bro. I don't care what it is. Give it some breathing room, man. Let the shit air out. Like,
Yeah, like, that's one issue I have with the Melee community, because the Melee community doesn't think any other Smash exists.
yeah. There's a large portion of them that are like melee and only melee, but even with that portion of them that are like melee and only melee, there are a good amount of them in there that are like, I understand that Ultimate is also game, or like Smash 4 is also game, you know, at the time, whatever. I just prefer melee for these personal reasons, but I have nothing or no malice against any of the other games, because if you have malice towards those games, you're hurting your scene overall because you're playing an older version of the game. So if you're showing malice towards a future version of the franchise or a game in the IP, that's not good. Then that means that it's going to stop getting support and they're going to stop making it. How do you know down the line they're not going to make like a HD remaster of Melee, or if they're not going to make another Smash in the future and it's got all the mechanics that were in Melee? Highly unlikely, but you never know. But that idea will never come to fruition if you're shitting on it, right?
Exactly.
It'll never happen. So I don't know. People
Street Fighter 5 was terrible, but
exactly.
still supported the shit out of it.
Even if you consider Street Fighter 5 the worst fucking game in the franchise, it was still a stepping stone to the next one. And maybe Street
all
Fighter
know
6
that.
will be bad. Maybe it'll be the fucking greatest Street Fighter to be played in the last fucking 20 years. You don't know, but if you keep shit talking whatever future games come out because you like an older version of it, you ain't never gonna get to that point.
we all know that Street Fighter 1 exists, and
No one talks about it.
Bruh,
it can't
who
get
the
worse
fuck
than
is
that.
like, yo, yeah, I started with Street Fighter 1 and I was the best in my scene. Nick, nobody played that fucking game.
You have the best luck. That tells me you're RNG.
Yeah, bro. Come on.
All right, but now it's time to get canceled.
Yeah. That's what we're here
we love
for.
you guys.
Yeah,
This is what we're here for.
we love y'all. It was a pleasure doing this podcast.
Yeah.
Let's get it started. So,
God.
if you guys don't know, if anybody hasn't heard,
Oh, before we get started, you remember that video that Tengu got beat with Potemkin?
that's
Hey, take it, hey, bro. Remember? I told you in the previous episode, I was like, it was not me who brings it
I
up.
didn't say anything.
These fucking savages will never let you
I
live it
didn't
down.
say anything. I was gonna keep it moving.
Get them. I don't know what you got to do in post, but get them.
You know what? It's the last episode. Might as well go out how we came in.
All right, let's keep going.
But yeah,
Love you,
so
Tengu.
If y'all
Love you
don't-
too, bro.
If y'all don't know, or if you haven't seen, CEO. Well, there's been a travel notice that has been going to.
Is a travel advisory.
Actually, before we start, just a fair warning to everyone: this is gonna get a tiny bit political.
And
Just a little bit. Just a
fair
little bit.
warning to all y'all, we still love you guys.
Yeah,
no matter what you want.
No matter what your sexual orientation, what you identify as, this is not an offensive. Like, we're not attacking you. We're merely just discussing it for debate purposes. If things get said, we're not. It's not a personal thing. Sorry.
It's
But with-
just a joke.
It's
Relax.
it's not- some of it's funny, some of it's not funny, some of it's serious matters. But regardless, we're not doing it to attack anybody. With that being said,
All right.
Proceed.
because we live in Florida, and our governor has made some decisions that certain groups do not agree with.
Last thing being said before we start. Y'all done heard these motherfuckers' opinions, right? Throughout the whole podcast.
Oh man, bro, you heard me scream like fucking 10 minutes
I
ago.
I get you. There's clearly been no censor on this podcast since day one.
Nah, we don't.
I don't
believe in
think
that
there
shit.
ever will be one.
Censorship
So,
is the devil.
If you don't like what's being said, the best thing you can do is in the top left-hand corner over there, or whichever corner, is pointing towards wherever that button is. It's a button that says YouTube. If you click that, it'll take you home.
There's also an X up there too.
You can leave. All right, go ahead, Nate, because you're the one that got the details.
So, Governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, has made some questionable
comedian.
decisions when it comes to political views as far as the LGBTQ community and the trans community, all of that. And he's in a fight with fucking Disney. The man has made some really questionable and stupid fucking decisions, right? Regardless, Florida has issued it's actually an LGBTQ community called Equality Florida. They have issued a travel advisory, and they are a civil rights group, which means they fight for all the rights for that they represent. They say that they issued the advisory on Wednesday. It was prompted by the passage of laws that are hostile to the LGBTQ community, and that restrict access to reproductive health care, repeal gun safety laws, foment racial prejudice, and attack public education by banning books and censoring curriculum. Right? It's a very broad spectrum. The man has been fucking up. Whether you view it politically or not, the man is getting involved in a whole lot of shit that I don't think he's gonna be able to handle. Regardless, because of the travel advisory, I don't know, which is why I was gonna ask, do you think because of the travel advisory, will this affect ticket sales / competition or performance or execution of the tournament by tournament organizers at CEO? Because CEO is a major based in Florida, and I know a lot of I don't know the specifics. I know a lot of the TOs for CEO, Jabali included. That's the guy. That's the fucking head honcho. He's the figure piece, the one who's at the top, running the operation. Do you think that it will run smoothly? Do you think it will affect numbers? Do you think it will affect entrance? If there are major competitors in the professional scene that don't agree with those views and take the travel advisory into advisement and just don't show up, what are your guys' opinions on that?
We're gonna start with the younger force.
Oh, well, me, I know for a fact it's going to affect the numbers. Because, this new generation, cancel culture, baby, that's whatever.
Cancel culture, baby.
And
I need that on a shirt.
Yeah,
So I'm cancel culture,
Get
baby,
to
on a
work.
shirt, bro.
Already, boy. Cancel
God
culture,
damn,
baby.
bro.
Jesus.
Bro, it's literally we do the smallest thing, we get canceled. We do whatever it is, we get canceled. Imagine now, it's a whole major, bro.
Yeah.
This is a major event that a lot of people go to, and then, of course, these freaking tweeters, I don't know what the hell you want to call them, bro.
Social media nights, the white nights, bro.
The white nights, bro. Of course, they're gonna be all over that. Of course, 100%. They're gonna be like, wow, a major event that is canceling LGBT racism. This is new racism. What
This
the
is
fuck?
new racism.
Bro, literally, it's some weird stuff, bro. Of course they're gonna be all over it, bro. But you guys have to understand, man. They can't control nothing, dude. You can't be affecting somebody's numbers just because of the fact being that where they're at is fucking up. You know what I mean? They're not gonna change. They're not, bro. Motherfuckers, I'm gonna tell y'all something for real. If y'all really think they're gonna change the major event location just for you watch it, yeah. You really think that's gonna happen? Damn, have the biggest ego. Vegeta ain't got nothing on you, dog. Vegeta ain't got nothing on you, bro. Nothing on you, bro.
Saying pride don't mean nothing to me.
Yeah, for real, dead ass, bro. If you think they're gonna change that, bro, you crazy.
All right, Snorlax, what's going on with you? Where your mind at?
So these issues that have been going on here in Florida are terrible. Right? Get that straight. And I don't feel that it should affect the numbers here. Because there's one thing that we've learned in history is we don't hide from the problem. We walk towards it and confront it. Bigotry has been in the world and specifically in this country for a very long time. And we have endured it and pressed forward, not stepped away.
Exactly.
I don't see myself, the LGBTQ community, backing down, that is planning on being at CEO at this event. They're going to come in full force. They're going to come and represent to stand up to the injustice that is being done to their community by said Governor DeSantis.
So TLDR essentially is you feel that them bringing up the problem and then not running towards it and addressing it and instead running away from it is just going to make the matter worse.
Absolutely, because you're enabling this man to do what he's doing, because you're essentially telling him, we just won't come here anymore.
Okay.
And one thing, like I said, history has shown us that when we press forward and we confront the problem,
So, well, trying to get canceled. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with saying this. Do I think it's gonna affect numbers? No, because if you're looking at it as on a macro scale, not a micro, the LGBTQ community is a minority, not a majority. Most of the people that are coming to this, no, I'm dead serious. If you look at the numbers, they are a minority group. They are not the majority. Just because they loud on Twitter don't mean they loud in person.
That's facts.
I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm
I
gonna
didn't
be
think about
real.
that.
I'm not
Okay.
all of the stuff that goes to. I'm not gonna say that everything I disagree with, because I have a niece, and one of the things that I saw in there was you have to use the bathroom you are assigned a gender. I actually agree with that, and I'm not afraid to say it because I have a niece. I don't care how you feel. If you got something between your legs and my niece going to the bathroom, homie, you stand outside till she done. I do not care.
That's facts.
That's just how I feel as someone who is a protector for that person. Like, I would not want any harm to come to her, especially with some of the stuff that I've seen that has happened with that. So there's that. Secondly, it's like, if you don't want to come to Florida because you don't feel safe, you have the complete right to. I'm not going to tell you that you need to come to Florida.
Absolutely.
You need to
Yep.
compete.
Make your own decisions.
If you don't feel safe, don't come. I'm not gonna stop you. But I also agree with Zora. If you think they finna move an entire major because you feel some type of way, you know how much money that would take to move a major a month out? That's not about to happen.
And you know what's funny? They're using because this is the last year for their contract with the Daytona venue or whatever. Oh well, because it's the last year for the Daytona venue in their contract, maybe they'll move next year to somewhere not in Florida.
And
ain't gonna happen.
I think what's gonna happen is the same thing that happened with Hogwarts Legacy, because they keep pushing. And like, first off, well, because they keep pushing for certain things, and it's like people get tired of it. Like, eventually people gonna start pushing back. When you push somebody, it's only a certain amount of times before they start pushing back.
Yep.
And that's what's been going on as of late, as of recently, if we just gonna talk about it as a whole. But and then for that, like, how do you blame CEO for what the governor did? How you look at CEO who just running a tournament?
Bruh.
We not doing nothing but running the
Yeah,
tournament.
man. Jabali ain't the governor. Leave Jabali alone, bro. Let the man run his major,
Jabali
man.
knows-
He like went off of Twitter because of it, bro. Like, it's just really, it got that bad.
and I will tell you this.
That shit turns you on or some shit. Y'all weird.
And I mean, I don't know the man, so I can't say where he stands on the topic, but this is also the same man who held a major last year and the year before enforcing masks
Yeah.
in the venue in a state
That wasn't
that
enforcing
wasn't
masks.
enforcing masks and was actually criticizing those who were enforcing masks,
Good on you,
trying to
bro.
push them out.
Yeah, man.
So Jabali has always been a stand-up dude. So you're not gonna sit here and tell me that CEO coming for the LGBTQ.
The man's got good priors, so I don't know what y'all like. If y'all got a problem, go vote fucking DeSantis out of office or do something about it. Push the bill back.
Yeah,
Don't take it out on CEO.
That goes back to what I just said. It's only so many times you can push people before people start pushing back.
bro.
It's been a long time. I've run into a lot of people who have had problems with certain things that this community has done in the past. You know, you typically try and let it slide. But now it's getting to a point where it's like, y'all trying to do too much.
Yeah.
And people's getting tired of that. And like, I'm not saying me personally. Like, I feel live how you live your life. Do what you want to do. I
Exactly.
have no choice over that. I don't care if you trans, therian, non-binary, they, them.
Yep,
I don't
cool.
care what you do with your life. That's fine. Gay, straight, I don't care. You know?
That's all you. You
Yeah.
got it.
You
We
literally-
got no problem with you.
And like I think people don't realize when this is the political side of things. I don't think people realize that when you are treated equally, no one cares. That's how you
God
know
damn.
you equal, because no one cares.
God damn. If that ain't the fucking truth, the more you put labels on shit, the more you try and make yourself different from everybody.
You know how I knew gay people was more safe than they were in the 1950s? No, I don't. No one cares. No one in my friend group cares.
Not a one.
Literally, bro.
Yes.
Bro, you know, bro. Let me sit y'all down real quick. Come here.
I mean, I hope they're sitting down because this has been a long podcast.
Listen. You know how many gay friends I have, bro? You know how many times I literally go up to them and be like, nigga, I really don't care what y'all do, as long as, like, you know, that's not affecting me. You know what I mean? Like, as long as you're not going up to me and being like, hey, nice ass, boom. You know, okay, that's already affected me. Like, bro, hey, yo, I don't swing that way. Whatever.
Tengu, when you do this, I'm gonna need you to bleep out all those words that Zora has been saying. I get it. The man got passionate on this topic. But I'm gonna need you to do that so we can still get some money.
Oh, you talking about the bad words? My fault.
So it,
But look, like, I understand. Like, you guys can be gay, you guys can do whatever. I have literally best friends that I've known for 10 years that are gay. Those guys are literally the best human beings on earth. Like, literally, I freaking love those guys. But just as long as it's not affecting me, bro. Like, this cancel culture stuff is just so dumb, bro. Like, I can't.
you
Like,
can't-
the comedians can't even be comedians anymore, bro. What happened?
You're trying to cancel Jabali. You're trying to cancel a man who's been nothing but a stand-up man and a pillar in the community for a long time.
As far as I've seen, the man ain't done nothing wrong yet.
But yet again, you're trying to cancel a man who's been a stand-up guy and a pillar in this community for a long time.
and I will say that I was a CEO last year, and the LGBTQ community was very prevalent, and it was noticed in that venue.
Yeah, we're not saying
No
all
one ever
of
said
them.
anything. No one ever, no. And this
because
this man.
we are there for fighting games.
Exactly.
We don't care.
And
I've
this
been
man
zero
also
blast.
didn't restrict anything that was going on.
Yeah,
And so why go after him? One.
I don't. I don't get it.
But I'm also gonna say this. You all have our support. Because you should be able to live your life the way you want.
Yeah,
100%.
fight for your rights
Got it.
at any cost. Like, do what you need to do to get the rights that you need to get,
But also
and all the
go
equality you
After
want.
the right people.
I'm about to say, but also understand
Yes.
when the fight ain't there.
Exactly.
The only fights held as CEO is the first to 3 and first to 5. That's
Bro, if you got to fight with one person, you don't got to bring a fucking assault rifle, bro.
Just go throw hands with DeSantis. We ain't
Yeah.
got nothing to do with that. Leave
keep,
us alone.
keep
man.
one person in your scope. Stop trying to blow the fucking building up, bro.
And this is coming from a group of people who have all at one point have faced bigotry
Of course.
in our
God
lives.
damn, every fucking day of my life.
And what do? We
Keep
support each
moving.
other and we move forward. So we support you and we will continue to support you moving forward, and just, point your aggression towards the ones that are doing the things to you, not
And
the ones that are trying to support you.
Not even just
And
that. Please, if you're going to try and have the conversation, have the conversation.
Yes.
Don't
Yes.
just sit there and scream and yell at Jabali on Twitter because you don't like what happened and I feel like I'm being excluded. Yeah, guess what? Sometimes you gonna be excluded. I'm sorry, but some of y'all need to
life,
hear it.
dog.
Sometimes
That's
people
life.
don't want you around. I am a
Life.
black man in America. There are some times in some places where I go and I can feel that I'm not wanted. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, well, y'all should accept me because no.
There's a
I'm
bar.
move.
There's a bar right around the corner, bro.
And I will say this, this goes for everything in my life. I've always conducted myself in the manner of, I don't go where I'm not wanted.
Jabali don't have no problem with y'all.
You're all wanted there. We all want everybody there. We want.
We have had some interesting characters come to our locals.
Yes.
And we have not once shunned anyone.
There's some weird motherfuckers that be rolling up, boy. I'm like, you know what, bro? You got it.
But hey, we're all weird in our own way.
Yeah.
We all have our
Weird shit
own-
makes it interesting. We don't want
Yes.
starfish, bro. Starfish
Exactly.
are boring.
Yeah. At the end of the day, we're gonna end it with this note right here, man. Just like I said, if you don't feel safe, then don't show up to the local.
Absolutely.
If you want to show up to the local, I'm pretty sure Jabali, CEO, the whole staff over there, they will be more than happy to welcome you. They've always welcomed you guys. So there's no reason to be afraid, at least for going to CEO. We're not saying that everybody there is going to be 100% a saint, because that's just not the way the world works.
Oh yeah, there's some assholes.
There
walking
are
around.
good people, there are bad people. Just how in fighting games, there are good guys and there are bad guys. Guess what? It works the same in real life. There are some people who are going to be willing to accept you and stand with you, walk with you, do whatever. And there's going to be some people who just don't want nothing to do with you.
There are still racist people to this day. Like, you know,
Yes.
how many
Yet again.
how many years we've gone with.
There are people who don't like us because we minorities.
Exactly, bro. Like, there's
because
still.
I was born this way.
So it is what it is. Like,
It happens.
don't get salty about it. Don't make CEO pay for it. Don't make Jabali pay for it. Either if you're gonna show up, stand up and be proud of what you is. And if you're not gonna show up, I respect your decision. Y'all got anything to say before we get up out of here?
No. Yeah. Actually, matter of fact, yes. Sonic Fox. I hope you see this, and I want to see you there. I want to say hi.
And then you want to run the set.
And of course, I want to run the set. I'm first 100. It's first 100.
You know, I'm just gonna say this. I'm not surprised he did that. I've actually been waiting for it. Again, love, peace, positivity. We just need to keep that up at all times. At all times.
The Spanish people.
If we got beef, settle it with some sets. That's it.
Chris, you got anything else?
Look, regardless of what you affiliated with, just stop being a bitch, bro. Just stop
right
being
there.
a bitch, bro.
They come in all shapes, forms, and
Hell
genders.
yeah, and I'm not saying that to be derogatory towards women.
back
I've
to
seen,
BO2,
bro.
bro.
I've been in a room full of women, and some of the men are bigger bitches than some of them, bro. It's okay.
Oh, my brother, testify.
Some people are like you. It's not a male, female, trans binary
roasted.
thing. You just acting like a bitch.
That ass.
Say what you want to say, and don't be afraid to say it. And if you come up to me, you need some support, you need someone to escort you to your car or whatever, just don't fucking chloroform me.
All right. We go end it there. With that being said, love hard, have fun with your life, but most importantly of all things, move in a mind of reality. Do not move your own bubble.
Yeah, and move the fuck on sometimes. This shit is just goddamn, boy.
All right. All right.
Bro, y'all really need to get roasted sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Don't cancel us.
bro. You just need to be roasted.
It's not that serious.
With
You got fucked up teeth, bro. Go walk and think about it.
With that being said, y'all, man, I think that's the end of this round. I'm gonna go ahead and consider this round over. Y'all have a good time. Peace out. We'll see y'all next time.
See you around.
Y'all are getting canceled as fuck.